Alright, what's going on YouTube? So, as I promised, I'm going to make this basics of float tubing, YouTubing. Basics of YouTubing. Well, found my video, didn't you? Alright, anyways, so basics of float tubing. I know when I was getting into float tubing, I did a lot of research, because I couldn't find anything that was really a good basics video. There were a couple guys, but they were all goofing around and stuff. And yeah, I like to goof around too, but when you're really looking for information, it kind of pisses you off when some dude's like, oh, well, because you don't know this, I'm gonna make you look like a douche. Like, hey, come here. Dog's whining. All right, hey, come here, come on. Yeah. Good boy. All right. But, anyways, so basically, when you're looking for a float tube, you really want to think about a couple things. Where am I going to be float tubing? And, how cold is the water, really? Because, come here. And how much you want to spend. I got mine from Walmart. It was on sale. Ended up, getting it quick. It was nice. But you can get this one anywhere. I really like mine. I really like this style of float tube. It keeps me up out of the water, keeps me warmer, all right? They have different kinds of float tubes, obviously. Like, you can see mine back here. It's got two pontoons. Each pontoon has an individual bladder, which is really nice. Because if I cut one or something, or a sea lion gets upset and decides to take me out, I still got one. So that's really nice. One that's modular, one that's really going to save you if it pops, because you don't want to deal with that. All right, and I really like the way this is constructed. It's very accessible, everything, and all this stuff. This probably bang for your buck Cadillac float tubes right here. You really want to think about a couple things. How cold's the water? How deep is it? Because if you're in one of those float tubes, it's just a tube, and you're basically standing in it. It's like coming up to here, and from waist down, you're in the water. You gotta think about how deep it is around. Hey, come here. If you're going into lakes and streams and stuff that are pretty shallow, then you're gonna be standing in water, and your float tube's gonna be, around your ankles. So hey, come here. So that ain't gonna work. I really like these styles. They keep you up out of the water, and I'll show you a couple things about them, which are really nice. Let me drag this one over here. Okay, go away. Alright, a couple things about this float tube. It's really light. I mean, it's like, for how big it is, it's light, I think. It's like 17 pounds or something like that. And it's super, super accessible. It's got tons of storage. And it's actually pretty easy to maneuver. I mean, I haven't had a problem yet, but, just depends on how hard you work. But basically, it's made out of good, tough material. I mean, the bottom of it, you can see the difference in color here. This gray section, it's similar to an inflatable, like the inflatable boats and stuff. It's really thick, heavy material. And underneath it, you've got a bunch of D's and stuff, a bunch of D-rings. And it comes with these little strap guys. I don't know if you can see these. Yeah, you can see the strap guys. And so it lets you kind of put it on like a backpack to get it where you need it. And that's really nice. I like it, because then I have two free arms to carry all the rest of my crap. Like my bait tank and all that stuff. So, I mean, you just throw this guy on, and these straps are cheap. They're probably going to break sooner or later, but hey, they just threw them in to throw them in. I mean, then you can replace the D-rings on them and get yourself some nicer straps, but that's not a problem, And then basically the upper part, it's got a couple reflective panels on it to keep you safe. I mean, I'm really not worried about it, because that's where your back is. This is the front of the float tube, but your back is to it when you're kicking around, And then it's got these two huge zippers on it, all right? One on each side. And the zipper runs the whole length of the pontoon, basically. It goes from up here all the way to down here. And basically, that lets you unzip it and lets you mess with the bladders in there. A couple big white bladders. I mean, the same stuff that they make towables for boats out of and stuff. But, I mean, pretty rugged. I really like it because both of them have Boston valves. So you can put air into it and it ain't coming back out. And then you can take out the whole valve and it collapses the whole thing. It's really nice. I like Boston valves. Easy, And you can get them anywhere. If it breaks, you lose one, you can get another one. People sell them. All right. Now up here, this whole bow area is meshed in, and I like that, because if they don't have anchovies or whatever I want down at the live bait station, I got my bait tank here, and I'll show you a little more about that. And I'll just throw it up there in the bow. don't have to worry about it. Or, you know, if I land a whopper, you know, throw them up there. But, you know, I don't think I'm landing any whoppers. I haven't yet, you know. I'm not going sharking. So, but anyways, all right. So right behind the seat here, we've got a big mesh area. And I really like that. I put all kinds of goodies back there, like sweatshirts and shoes or whatever, you know, whatever I need to. All right. Now, you know, the seat, you can see it's got like 5 inches or so of padding right there that gets you out of the water. All right. Now, when I'm in it, I weigh 160 right now, like 165. Okay, when I'm in this float tube, bottom of my butt cheeks aren't even in the water. All right, so basically from just above my knee down gets wet, and that's it. So, you know, I can float tube all day just because, you know, I was smart about it and go out, spend a little money, get yourself some waders. All right, now the ones you want to get have these little footies on the end. All right, these little booties. Now you want I got the neoprene ones. I really like the neoprene ones, keep you nice and warm, but no water gets in there, which is really nice. You don't have to deal with it then, because then you can put these in your fins and you don't have to worry about it. All right, so get yourself some nice waterproof waders. All right, I think I spent $100 on these, and they keep me super warm. I'm super comfortable. Like it's November right now in California. Went float tubing today. All I did was throw on an extra pair of socks. I didn't even notice the cold water. So, I mean, normally I don't even wear socks in that thing. So I threw on some socks today, put on my waders, got in the water, didn't even feel it. But, you know, if you want to, throw on some long johns under it, whatever the hell you want to do, and you'll stay warm. Because, I mean, it's only your legs getting cold anyways. So, you'll be all right. Okay, so covered that. All right, another thing about this float tube, which is really nice, I like it. Because, you know, you may notice with my videos, I like to drink. So, each one of these big pouches here, it's got 2 big zippers on it with a handle, all right? Insulated cup holders, and the whole pouch is actually insulated. So you use it as a cooler. You know, it's pretty nice. And you may be asking yourself, all right, what am I going to do with my tackle? You know, like how am I going to store all my stuff while I'm fishing? And, you know, I can't put my tackle box on the damn thing. And that's because tackle boxes are stupid, all right? Like, I hate tackle boxes. I think they're they're like the cliche thing for fishing. But hey, if you don't fish that often, perfect. You know, keep all your stuff in a box, easy, grab it and go. All right. But I like the soft, you know, tackle bags and stuff that you just put trays in. I mean, it keeps all my stuff organized, and I got tons of trays. I mean, I got more trays than I know what to do with, you know. But basically, who was it just came out with these? I forget. Let me grab one. But this is what I like to use. Okay, these trays. Okay, and Plano just came out with these guide series, and you can see this big O-ring that goes around the whole thing, keeps it waterproof. All right, when you're float tubing, everything's gonna get wet. All right, I don't care what you're using, it's gonna get wet. Now, this O-ring in here is really soft, really durable, and it's got these locks on it. All right, you see it's like a 2-stage. Basically, goes like that, and then just lifts off like that, and it tightened it down real good. I would get a couple of these. I have 2 of them. That's all I need right now. I mean, I just got a ton of plastics in here, as you can see. Don't ask me what color I use, because if you're asking that question to anybody, then you're a mouth breather. I'm sorry. But when it comes to choosing the right color, all right, I didn't mean to be rude. All right, didn't mean to call you a mouth breather. But when it comes to fishing, all right, what color you use depends on the conditions you are fishing at that time. It doesn't matter. I mean, it does matter what species you're going after. It also matters, you know, what time of year it is. But, you know, I mean, you can ask guys that fish a lot, hey, what color's been working lately? That's a good question, rather than what color are you using? Because I switch it up. You know, I'll go through this whole box if I ain't catching anything. I'll put on every single color, try it at least once. If I don't get bit, I'm out. All right, because nothing's working. There's no fish. Because there's 2 reasons fish bite something. 1, they're scared of it. 2, they're hungry. All right, so that's how those ones that are like bright orange and bright green and all these really weird colors, that's how those work. Because the fish are scared of it, so they bite it. All right, but if you know, if it looks like a fish, man, use it. Now, fin selection. All right, when I first started, I didn't feel like going out and buying a new set of fins because I have a ton of fins. I have fins for every application you can think of. But the only fins I didn't have are just cheap snorkeling fins. You know, like, I mean, I've got bodyboarding fins, I've got diving fins, I've got everything. But I didn't have cheap snorkeling fins, you know, just like some cheapies. So when it comes to float tubing, you're gonna kick stuff. You have to walk on these fins. You have to do all this stuff. So I just started using my bodyboarding fins, and I'll show you those. I mean, you know, there's some Vipers. I mean, that's what I had. If you have duck's feet, those will work. I mean, the Churchill ones, those will work. Whatever fins that are cheap and durable will work. All right. This is what I started out in. As you can see, they're short. They're made for like quick bursts, you know, when you're bodyboarding and like doing drop knee and stuff, like, getting all crazy. But the cool thing about these ones, they float, which is nice. But can't sand in my beard. But all right, these Viper fins, they float. They work pretty well. But the only problem with Vipers, see how they're built? Okay, so they only have power on half your stroke. All right, so when your foot's going like this through the water, that's when you get power. When it's coming back down like this, you don't have power kicking off at it. I mean, if you do, you only have a little bit, because there's no channel to create a vortex. That's what propels people through the water with fins. There needs to be some type of vortex created in the water. And there's other videos on YouTube you can look up about it. But basically, you want a vortex created. When you have a flat surface going through the water, there's no vortex. All right. So these are good. They worked. But the problem is that, you know, upper half of my leg is killing me halfway through it, you know. But yeah, that's fine. It got me through. I'm used to wearing these, so it didn't bother me none. All right. So after about 4 or 5 trips of those, I got tired of them and went out and got some just cheapy snorkeling fins, man. And the trick to these, all right, is you want ones that have like a strap on the back, okay? Because you may try these on in the store, okay, and be like, oh, these fit great, I love them, you know? Take them home, you're gonna throw on your waders, or, you know, whatever you're gonna put on for the day, now they don't fit, all right? And that's the worst, because all my other fins and stuff I have, you know, they're all sized to me, you know, whatever, they're a certain size, right? So then I throw on my freaking waders, and they don't fit, you know, like my Vipers, oh man. Put Vipers on top of those waders sucked, because my toes were all like, and I was like kicking around. It sucked, you know. But these are so comfy. They get me where I need to go, and they weren't expensive, and I beat them up. I mean, I've only taken them out like a few times, because I'll switch up the fins I wear depending on where I'm going. You can see how chewed up they are and stuff. I mean, your fins are going to get beat up. There's nothing you can do about it. All right. Hey. Hey. Nope. All right. He ran off chasing friends. All right. But again, I mean, cheapy fins. I think I spent 30 or 40 bucks on these. They're called Sea Darts. I mean, I think I got them at Sport Chalet or something. And anyways, these create the vortex. I mean, you can see they don't have those huge ridges like the Vipers did, because those were created for just bursts of speed, real quick, right? You know. And these ones, you can see how they have they have kind of a wave shape to them. So when you're coming up, these pieces here create a vortex, you know, and then when you're coming down, this piece in the middle creates a vortex. That's how you get power on both, you know. And they've also got ridges in them and stuff. And for 30, 40 bucks, couldn't beat them with a stick. They've got the cool strap guy in the back that's, you know, stretchy and stuff. So you put them on, tighten up your straps, start kicking, you know, you're good to go. That's pretty much about it. I mean, it depends on what you're fishing, what you want to do. Oh, another thing, rod and reel combo. All right, your rod and reel combo, I think I covered this in my other video for a brief second, but your rod and reel combo, you've really got to, you pay, how does that saying go? You pay for what you get what you pay for, whatever. All right, come here. Yeah, come on. Boy. All right, so you get what you pay for, really. I mean, you're like, you know, you pay 20 bucks for a rod and reel, you're going to get a $20 rod and reel, all right? I spent way too much money on this one. I think you saw my last video where I spent way too much on this thing. But I love the thing to death. If I go back in time and stop myself from doing it, I wouldn't. I'd be like, hell yeah, cheers, you know? But, you know, I really like Shimano equipment. Shimano makes really, really good stuff, I think. You know, I mean, you got all these other companies like Okuma and Penn. Hey, come here. Come here. You got Penn, you got Abbott. I really like their lever drag system, but what I hear, they fell off the market. Really, they kind of suck now. Hey, go right off. All right, but Shimano makes really good stuff. All right, I've had this reel for over 6 years now, and this thing's a money maker. I mean, it's Calcutta. What is it? TE. Is that right? Yeah, 250 DC. All right, so that means it's like one of the smallest right, bait casters they make with this profile, but it's got an electronic drag in it, which is like space age to me still, you know, because I grew up fishing, you know, big pen reels and stuff, because, you know, didn't really have money then, but got me one of these. Best dollar I ever spent, I think, because I haven't bought another reel since. You know, it's lasted me forever. All I got to do is send this to Shimano, and they'll either rebuild it, replace it, whatever they need to do if it breaks. So you spend your money, and you'll get really good warranties, especially if you use Shimano. I'm not sponsored by them or anything, but they work well. There's tons of different profiles of bait casters, right? You saw I had the big profile. It's like this, you know, and then they've got ones that are shaped like that. They're low profile bait casters. All right, and those work really well. A lot of guys use those. I don't like them as much because I got big hands, so they feel really small to me, and I'm like, you know, and that's not fun. I don't like to be all like, you know, but, you know, get what you pay for. So, anyways, again, spend a little bit of money, get the good stuff, and if you can't afford it right now, wait. All right, the fish aren't going anywhere. You know, there's always next year. Wait, save up, get yourself some good stuff, and really try it. When you float tube, you really beat up everything you use, because you're in the water. You know, everything's going to get wet. Everything's going to get corroded. You really got to take care of your stuff. So the trick to float tubing is get nice gear, but not too expensive a gear. I mean, I really don't like float tubing with this reel because it's so expensive. But you know what? I paid the money for it. I've had it for a long time. It's treated me really well. I'm not going to replace it. It's got good juju on it, so I'm not going to replace it. All right. So let me know if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns about float tubing, about you know, any kind of fishing really. I mean, I've done it all, but give me a shout, you know, and give you guys an insight on, you know, some good info. If you want me to do a product review on a certain type of reel, certain rod or whatever, I'll get my hands on it, you know, see what I can do. So give me a shout, and I'll talk to you guys later. All right.